This is a question for all of you. What would be your very best advice for an aspiring director? It's a cliche, but I'm standing in a room with some of the greatest directors working today, so I had to ask.
I would just say, I think your best way in is through writing, quite honestly. I think no one's going to, necessarily hire an aspiring director to direct something. I think when you control a piece of material or write something that comes from you and it's unique in its own way, I always feel like, because I get asked that a lot, as I'm sure everyone here does, it seems to me like the writing is where you can really set yourself apart, the idea. So once you have that idea, it's just too hard, I think, to say I'm a director, let me direct something, because that's sort of my answer to that.
Yeah, well, we're relying on the illiterate. So I don't know how to write that well. I take other people's work and I go below my breath into it.
Right, but how he's asking, so in the beginning, how do you do that?
How
did you start? Who gave you the opportunity to direct first?
Well, because I started with the actors in theater.
Oh,
theater.
That would be the answer. Yeah, I mean, the thing about it was, I never expected anybody to give me a job. I don't know if I'd give me a job. When I got hired to direct, when I was finally allowed to direct Reservoir Dogs, did it for like 1.3 million. I only made $10,000 a year, pretty much like my 20s. So the only thing that would have let anyone think that maybe this kid could be responsible enough to do this is because I had written the script. And it was just a calculated risk. Well, if he's aware enough to write this piece of material, he may be aware enough to pull this off. However, I could have, just like Catherine's situation, they could have taken me off after the first week. All right, I had a situation where I had to prove myself in the first week, or else I could have been replaced, or at least replaced by a second unit director or something, which I've never used a second unit director. Anything not shot by me is anything not shot by me is unsatisfactory by its very definition. And so the thing was, I kind of, Catherine played it straight up. Me and my partner Lawrence, we re-rigged the deck a little bit. And so we did all this, because back then I was really into guitar, so I wanted to do weird long takes that, from the wrong angle in the back of somebody's head that go on an unblinking 10 minutes. All right, and I know that would get my ass tossed out too sweet. So we did all the coverage-oriented stuff. And I just shoot, and I don't normally shoot coverage, but when I do stuff, I don't ever do pickups with actors. I always, no matter what, I just feel like I'm betraying them if I ask them to pick up the scene from here, or pick it from there. Even if it just takes for fucking ever, I always start my big-ass long scenes always from the beginning. So the thing about it is, at a certain point, we had so much footage. At the end of that first week, they go, well, I guess he knows what he's doing. We got a ton of footage.
I know how you got started, I know how I got started. I've heard a lot of these stories in the last few weeks. We've been on these things together, and Quentin. I think every single person here would answer that question somewhat differently in terms of how they got started. I think what your takeaway is, don't waste a lot of time studying the problem by looking at how other directors did it. You've got to get out there and get busy. It's that simple. This is not theory, it's not abstract, it's not film class. You're not writing a paper here. You're trying to inject yourself into a process that's ongoing, with or without you. So grab a camera. If you don't write, get one of your friends to write something. If you don't act yourself, get some actor friends of yours to teach you what acting is about. Get involved in theater. Make some stuff. Make a film. Make a film, cut it together. The tools are readily available now, much more so than they were when we started out. I mean, if you knew somebody with a wind-up Bolex, you were shit hot. Now anybody can get an HD prosumer camcorder. They can get some kind of editing program on their laptop.
Oh, I would have made my first movie at 23 if they had this technology that they have. 22, 21. It might not have been any fucking good, but I would have done it.
That's not the point. The point is make the picture, cut it, put your name on it as director. Now you're a director. Everything after that, you're just negotiating your price.
I just want to say thank you guys for coming here, and I look forward to working with you guys in the future. We started off the discussion today about how you guys all have Final Cut, and I'm currently a writer-director for a student film, and I don't have Final Cut. And I was just wondering how you can preserve the original ideas you had when you were writing it and directing it through the editing process.
So let me ask you a question. You're going to a college and you're paying money to go to a film school and you don't have Final Cut? Leave that school.
Rush another one.